Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Onward VR Master League 2 channel today. I am your caster, Noman. I am joined today by my co-caster and good friend, Triple Nipple. How are you, good sir?
Oh, I'm doing good. Finally got over this sickness and hoping I can cast well today.
Yeah, absolutely, and we're going to have a banging cast for you guys today. We have got a double header, actually, on both channels. The links should be live. You can actually tune into both channels simultaneously if you're interested in that. Participate in both chats. But the matchup we're going to be bringing you on this channel today is Lemon Squad versus Silent Purge, two UK teams. The whole UK day we're going to be doing today, and I'm excited for this matchup. What do you think?
I am excited for this matchup. I posted on Twitter earlier that I'm sorry, silent, but that's how it goes. But I think it's gonna be a good match.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's not delay too much longer, and let's talk about these bans and picks. So what are the bans coming out of the teams, Trip?
So Lemon Squad banned Tanker and Silent Purge banned Downfall 1. And who's the home team right now?
That would be Lemon Squad, so we have a ban. So let me just
We
update
have-
the graphic. So Tanker is the first one, and Downfall is the second, if that's correct.
Correct. And the starting map is Cargo.
Cargo. Okay, so interesting bans there. Tanker, not a surprising one. Not a lot of teams feel very comfortable on that map. Very small, tight quarters, very loud map. But Downfall, I don't know. I guess I don't really know enough about the playstyles of both teams to really understand the ban. Maybe they're just not comfortable in long range. But I think those are the two most different maps, right? Very close, very tight, very loud map, and then Downfall is the sort of wide open spaces kind of map. So they're kind of banning the two different, the most different maps in the game. But I think the ones left over that we're going to be playing today are all equally as exciting. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And yes, Cargo is our first map. We are just waiting on the teams to ready up. I think we're just waiting on one member, and yep, there he is right now. So right before we jump into the match, let me see if I can quickly go over the roster for both teams. So Lemon Squad, we've got Paulus Bill, Archer, Baikinos, Guika, Rafnex, Synthorian, Caltrop, and Senor Sanchez. And on the Silent Purge side, we've got J772, Dom Patron, RPSBT, Sogunner, Arc Attack, King of the North, Medeas, and a new addition, not playing today, I don't believe he's on cooldown, but 4Q is recently joined Silent Purge, so that's exciting as well.
Yeah, so Cargo was picked by Lemons, and I think they're trying to take advantage of all that momentum that they had on the last time they played this map, which was Caltrop's first knife ever in League, I believe.
Yeah, I do remember that. That was a pretty great play by him. This isn't the first matchup they've had. So these two teams have played before, and they have both they played Cargo. They've actually played the same 3 maps twice in a row. Cargo, Downfall, and Suburbia were those choices. And according to the statistics, the Lemon Squad history tends to win out. They have a 67% win ratio on Cargo. And as I say that, we're going to be seeing exactly how this third matchup plays out, because we are diving right into the action here. Lemon Squad and Silent Purge. Round 1, map 1. Let's take a look and see how these teams approach this matchup. So we should be seeing a lot of aggression here from the Lemon Squad side. If I remember their plays before, lots of good equipment throws.
Hey, Noman, sorry to cut you off, but I'm being told in chat that there's no sound.
Interesting. Let me see. I will double check that. No, sound should be feeding correctly. I'm showing correct audio levels on all sides, so I will stick with the action just to make sure. A lot of pre-fire coming out here from Archer's side, pushing up on this east. Not finding anybody early. And the defense is stacked up pretty heavily on objectives, so they're not taking too many aggressive positions here. Jay being the only one sort of in a pushed up spot. RPT watching that sort of cross view, and now Archer laying down some fire towards Down Patron. Those don't land either, and a great grenade from Gunner on Polis Bill. He is going to get the revive, but those are those poke and hope nades that we see a lot on maps like Cargo.
Yeah, definitely the smaller maps where you can try to cross and hope you get somebody.
Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes you have the information when you throw them, but most of the time it's just kind of a hope, and we do see some more frags coming out. One lands on Architect very quickly, takes him out of the fight immediately, and a great frag from him. Meanwhile, the push-up coming here. Jay might catch Archer and Baikinos down. He sees the back of Archer. He does grab him. And now we're in a 4v4. Smoke's coming out, blocking Jay's vision. Caltrop now pushing up here. On objective, RPT comes around the corner. A grenade bounces off of him, and a trade comes out. RPT winning that trade. Meanwhile, Baikinos getting down in that same position. And now we're just in a 1v3. Silent Purge's defense here has been absolutely solid. So let's see where the last remaining member is. Guika here as he pushes through. He's got plenty of time. He's got more than ample amounts of time. 4 minutes remaining on the clock. Doing some weird hand motions there, but I think he wants to go for the survive, but isn't sure if somebody is watching. Jay in that position was taken down, apparently. I believe that was the trade between him and Baikinos. That was a result. And the revive does come out. The Lemon Squad is back up to 2 members. They've got 3 minutes. What do you think the approach is here, Trip?
Personally, for me, I would be going around behind RPT and trying to catch him out. I don't know. 2v3 on a fairly well covered objective. It's not looking good for the Lemons.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a difficult round to come back from, but I think Don Patron is the one out. Wow, Baikinos.
Wow, how did that happen?
I think there might be a bug with Baikinos' character model.
I think you might be right because he's still in that container for me.
I think I hope this is just a caster bug, but he is just standing next to that container.
His gun is moving on his player character, but he is not.
Gunner does take down Guika there, and now it's a 1v2, but Baikinos does pick up Patron, but still I think there is a glitch happening in this lobby.
Yep, yep.
I think he might have been an invisible player. Interesting.
You want me to hop into the tent?
Yeah, I think that might be worth a potential replay. I do not think that they would want to play that through with a glitch. So if you could jump into their Discord really quickly, and I will throw the lovely ladies and gentlemen out to our scoreboard and our intermission while we figure this out. Thank you guys for...
None of them are in league voice.
We will have to track them down. So I will throw you guys to a quick intermission while we figure out the best path forward here. So bear with us just a moment as we work out some of these kinks. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the players, I believe we're seeing something different than we were. At least so far, that's what we know. But obviously, we will have the league moderators review that later. They will continue the game as scheduled as we jump into this next round here. no
Caltrop complaining about 1.4.
no shortage of issues this weekend, but hopefully we'll have that ironed out for you soon. Now, Silent Purge is on the attack. They're pushing through. Caltrop here. Going to be meeting up with RPT and Architect as they come through. The smokes are pretty heavy, but I'm not sure they're in the places they wanted. There's a lot of sort of empty gaps in this center area.
Yeah, I think they were having trouble throwing them at the start.
Yeah, so there is another smoke coming out there towards Polisville. It's a pretty effective set of smokes, but they need to capitalize on it. I mean, you really only have 30 seconds after smoke thrown to capitalize on the vision, and it looks like now that is cleared up.
A lot of those were defense smokes, if I remember right.
Oh, interesting. So the offense did not take the bait, but Caltrop here, likely the first one to run into some action. It's a very recessed defense, taking a look at it from the overhead map. There's one member all the way in the far north there. Kind of an interesting position. Don Patron grabbing Vykanos quickly on a peek. He does grab that actual center pushed up position, and now they're in a 4v5.
They spotted out the C4 in the tunnel, and they're all running away now.
That's coming up from Polisville into the tunnel. Do not land as they back off a little bit. I think they're still coordinating which way they want to move. Wika grabs Don Patron on a quick peek as he comes around building 3. They're not quite sure where those shots came from either. Peeker shots coming out. Gunner's, I think, hoping to make it through this same doorway. Not sure that's a well-advised idea. Generally speaking, wherever there's a corpse, you don't want to be there.
Sounds like a lot of confusion on both sides. Unknown where the shots are coming from and how many they've downed.
Another grenade coming out there, just a little bit too far to the right. Doesn't grab anybody either. And now Jay is pushing up. He should be waiting for his team here. He needs some sort of refrag capability with his team in order to be this aggressive. I mean, I'm not sure what he's going to accomplish by himself with that sort of stacked defense. Shots now coming out towards Archer's position.
Maybe their plan is to use him as bait.
Shots coming out. Polisville does manage to shut down Jay on that aggressive push through the middle, and now it's just up to the last 3 members of Silent Purge on the east side.
Oh, Architect has a shield and he's pushing up. I never saw that. RPT stacked up right behind him. A good grenade over that container could take them out, both out.
Yeah, they have to be careful here. I know we saw a lot of grenades come out pretty early. I think 3 frags as I counted. Jack now pushing around. Wika does manage to grab RPT behind him, however. And the trade comes out, and that's a 1-for-1. And Architect, while checking the tablet, taken down by Polisville as well. Shots coming out on Gunner. He's taking shots from 2 different sides. I think he's going to run into Caltrop here, who is just waiting. The trap is set. I don't think he's going to be checking here. And Caltrop sees the gun, comes around the corner, and does grab him. No knife. No knife for us. He did do it. And now we are in a 2-0 score between these 2 teams. Lemon Squad, sort of a commanding lead. Maybe that bug was just a caster bug on our side. So they are going to go ahead and play through the score. I don't believe they needed a review on that, but I'm sure we'll find out later. What do you think the series so far, Trip?
I think it's definitely going the way I anticipated. Lemon's taking advantage of just the more aggressive play style.
Yeah, they definitely... I mean, their defense wasn't that aggressive this time around, so I think that part of it is they really wanted to keep that momentum going. I think that when you go up around on Marsoc, you definitely want to take that next defensive round and go up around, put the pressure on Silent Purge to try and respond, make them potentially make some sort of a mistake. Yeah, it got pretty close there. There was some potential for for both teams to pull out some crazy plays, but in the end, Caltrop able to seal that one out for Lemon Squad. And while we wait for the teams to join up and start this next round, I do want to thank everybody in the chat for coming to hang out with us and for checking out the new multi-Twitch doubleheader we're bringing you on this fine Super Bowl Sunday. Hopefully makes for an enjoyable watching experience and catch the action on both channels at the same time. We appreciate you hanging out in the chat and being with us. And as I say that, we jump into our next round, round 3 of this first map.
Where you want the smoke? Here.
Are you going there?
Where?
Very aggressive push right out of the middle. Caltrop and Bacon going into the center area.
Yeah, Caltrop is checking. Shots coming out towards his position. Don't land. RPT does grab him, however, as he comes back through that doorway with his gun down. Baikinos now the only one pushed up in the center here, and he's got quite a bit of a defense to get through. He's hoping for some early picks, and he's not going to land them, unfortunately.
He just needs to stay and wait while the rest of his team moves up. They're all still way, way back.
Shots coming out from Baikinos on Dom Patron don't land. Frag is primed, but Dom Patron capitalizes on that and takes down Baikinos before he's able to throw it. Holospill grabs Dom Patron in that same position, and now Gunner grabs an interesting little slice here between the door to down Geeka. Just like that, Silent Purge is up 4-2. The confirm comes out. He did hear those call-outs for his team, and Lemon Squad's got an uphill battle here. Silent Purge coming back very quickly. And Archer does grab RPT. A very good check on that position. We should all know that. Wow, and that nade. You see where that nade landed? Wow, grabbing Arc Attack from the back of that container. Another one of those Pokemon grenades, but he is resable. I think they do want to go for the res here. You don't want to leave anybody on the ground when you're in this advantageous position. Gunner needs to be thinking about rotating right now. Polospill's covered in the smoke. He's not in a position to see anybody. And as he comes around, he does just manage to miss the sight line on him. Oh, Gunner, what are you doing? You need to come back and... Nope, that's the wrong teammate.
He doesn't know where he's at.
Oh, boy. That is time wasted. He needs to grab him up. Jay's the only one left on the objective. Or at least with a sight line on the objective. Archer coming around, pre-firing the corner there. Jay not taking the bait, being more patient. He should be hearing all those footsteps, though. Rotation does come out.
Archer's all out of utility, so he can't do anything against Jay when he can't see him.
So the one in danger here is Gunner. If he's not careful, he's moving around a lot. The trade does come out, double headshot. And both of those members go down. Now it's just a 1v2.
Jay's going around for the flank now, leaving his teammate on the objective.
And he grabs it.
Kill.
He grabs it. What a beautiful flank by Jay. Good awareness there. Silent Purge going up for their first round of this series on a great play by Jay. Hey, it rhymes. That's how you know it's good. And I am getting your feedback. There is some lag in the stream. I will be taking a look to see what I can do to minimize that. I do appreciate you guys bearing with us while we figure all these new fancy features out. Hopefully we'll be bringing you a cleaner experience towards the middle end of the season. And we should be jumping into the next round shortly. So far, it's turned out to be a good series. Lemon Squad jumping ahead a little bit early, but Silent Purge not taking this cargo map laying down. I think they may have done their homework this time around. That defensive play was a little bit better than I think I've seen in the past from them, and it was a good way to stop up that Lemon Squad push and sort of fragment each of the members. It was really well played.
Yeah, it definitely looks like they did their homework. We were watching some of the newer teams play before this week, and they didn't have any. It looked like they hadn't ever looked at game tape. They had no idea what they were going up against, and that definitely helps in the.
Absolutely, it does. We'll see just how much it helps as we jump into round 4.
Never mind.
Free Fire coming out into that east corridor. Not going to find anybody. There is no cross necessary here. The objective is on the west side, but shots are going to be coming out all the same, all across the board. A nade coming out lands a little too high to make anything happen. Another one from the defense also does not grab anybody. So far, we haven't seen any. I mean, we saw that one that grabbed. I forget who that was in that back west corner. Another frag coming out there, not grabbing anybody. So far, 5v5. This is I'm not used to seeing cargo rounds played this passively. This is a very non-aggressive cargo.
Oh, that grenade! That was so close. How did he not die?
Wow, yeah, actually, I did catch the tail end of that. Oh, he was behind the box, I guess. That doesn't go underneath boxes, and Archer, meanwhile, grabs Gunner as he runs out, tries to catch that rotation. Shots coming out from the center. So they basically allowed the offense to have the center. And they're trying to catch them through these little sneaky.
C4 in the center.
Where is that C4?
In between the two buildings on the south side.
Got it. Yep, I do have eyes on that C4. Jay taking fire. Not quite in range of that C4 just yet. They're being very patient with it.
Caltrops also got those little slivers to peek through to kill anyone within that center area.
Archer grabs Don Patron as he tries to come through this lane 3. Jay's going to be looking for that refrag. Caltrop checking for him. Architect grabbing Polisville. However, on this tunnel side, shots coming out towards Caltrop. He's pinned between two.
Oh,
and
team grenade.
Team nade, not quite far enough. What a unfortunate bounce. And Jay's going to hear that down. He's going to rush through, but Guika's going to be there to clean up for his teammates. That was a life-saving rotation by him. Architect grabs Guika in the distance shot there through the crack. And now it's a 2v2. Another nade coming out. How many frags do these guys have? I feel like I've seen 7 or 8 frags come out. I think everybody's running one Architect now, pushing up. Try to make the push. He's alerted to the shots there. He should be hearing Caltrop rotate. Caltrop, I think, just missed him.
A lot of noise.
I think he just missed him in that crack. He might not see him. Architect could get behind him.
Well, Architect's doing the smart play, and he's staying real quiet right now.
Baikinos is making a ton of noise, rotating. Is he going to hear him? Is he going to see him? Baikinos does grab Architect in the back. Not quick enough reaction. It's a 2v1, all up to RPT. He should have seen that cross there, and they did. Looks like Caltrop did see him. He's going to opt to re-peek the corner and misses another cross. Shots coming out. He's going to have to rotate out of that danger.
RPT still has plenty of time on the clock. He's got 2 minutes, 40 seconds.
And we'll see what... He's got plenty of time. 2.5 minutes is plenty of time to rotate around, find a new angle. Gonna have to be careful, though. Caltrop is watching through that little crack. He doesn't see him. Check shots by Baikinos aren't landing. I think they're just hoping to catch him in a...
I don't think the crack on that side that Caltrop's on has an angle into that center.
I wonder if he saw his gun peek through that little crack, because I
so.
think I saw it in caster vision. Not sure if they're seeing the same thing.
Yes, he does. I'm in RPT's first person, and he definitely sees that gun.
Well, the resolution for caster vision can be a little bit cleaner than the headset, so
That is true.
I tend to err on the side. He does grab Caltrop through the crack. Wow, what patience by RPT there. They grab Caltrop on his rotations. He's making a ton of noise, but Baikinos grabs him as he tries to rotate out, and Lemon Squad take that round. I cannot believe it. That was insane. I feel like RPT had that one. He was playing very smart. He
That
caught
was a lot of time for a cargo match.
Yeah, I mean, we came down to the last minute and a half there, but he grabbed a great rotation from Caltrop through that crack. I think he was just judging based on the audio. He knew where he was checking and using that to his advantage, and just caught. I mean, really, it comes down to timing sometimes in this game, right? You just make that wrong rotation, look away for just a moment, and the other member of the other team makes the opposite choice, and you get stuck with an unfortunate death. But Lemon Squad now are on match point on offense. What do you think? Do you think they're going to be able to close this out, or is Silent Purge going to sort of set the trap here and lock down this defense? It's a very difficult objective to cap on as well.
Well, if I was Lemons right now, I think I would be going super aggressive because they can afford to lose a point and still come back on the defense. But if they go for it, they could get a 5-1.
That's true.
I think that's what they like to do from watching their history.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't like ending a match with 5 points? Everybody should be aware that the more points you get and the bigger the deficit, the larger the MMR gain. So a lot of teams will opt to take that risky cap. But, I mean, if they do that, that puts them into the risky position of getting closed out on defense, and then Silent Purge could, in theory, cap and close out the map. It's a dangerous approach. I feel like a lot of teams would err on the side of, let's just get the kills, and then if we can get the cap.
Lemons aren't a normal team.
You're right. You're right. I just got lawyered.
I bet they go for it, and Guika just yells at him the whole time.
Let's take a look as we jump into round 5 here of map number 1.
I saw at least 3 of the Lemons pull out their tablets and look at the code.
Free fire shots are going to be coming out through these little slivers, but 2 Lemon Squad members did make the cross. The call out does come out. They should be aware. Jay in this position is very, he's in a lot of danger from specifically that situation, that nade almost catching him out, but bouncing a little bit too far. Nade coming out on Caltrop's position across the map. 2 of them do not land, but very close. And now Lemon Squad is pushing heavily on this east side.
Red container crack, red container.
Some suppressing fire coming out, but he does see the member there inside the red container doorway. And now another nade comes out, and it does. The double nade grabs Jay in that position. Not surprising. That's a very common spot to nade. A lot of suppressing fire now coming out on the defensive position. They're making a lot of noise, but they're not really capitalizing on moving up. Polisville grabs Dom Patron and all that confusion. Lemon Squad's up, but a nade comes out from Dom Patron. Downs 2. I didn't even see that. That might have been a C4.
Yeah, I didn't see the explosion, so I think it was a C4 because Dom Patron was already dead.
Interesting. Yeah, so that must have been a C4 triggered by another member of the team, but a great C4 it was. I wish we'd have seen where it was placed. Let's all at James highlight the C4. That's what I want.
It does work in 1.5. We tested it the other day, and it's amazing.
Oh, I just want the actual C4 block to be highlighted,
Oh, that makes
just
sense,
like the
too.
players, just so I can see where it is. Still hunting for it, but a great nade from Caltrop grabs Gunner. Look at the distance on that nade. Unbelievable. I hope Twitch chat is on the clip game today and grabbing these beautiful plays. Arc Attack and RPT pick up Caltrop and Archer, though, and Lemon Squad struggling a little bit now as they get closer to the objective. Lycanos with the team kill. Oh no! Oh, Baikinos with the team kill coming from behind. Architect cleans that up, and now it's just one member of Lemon Squad.
You should see Architect. He didn't see him.
Architect does hear him. He sees him, does grab the shots, and Silent Purge do grab that round. That was very, I don't know. It was dangerous. Both teams making some risky plays there, but an unfortunate team kill coming out. I think that definitely sealed that round for Silent Purge. What a game so far. What a series.
That's definitely not how I expected that to go.
Yeah, and I think, you know, I don't think that they were cap focused there. I think they would have wanted to do it if they found that right opening. But yeah, I think they were playing for, you know, try to get all the kills. It was just unfortunate positioning. There was some great grenades, and you know, as far as we know, a C4 to grab 2 members on the Lemon Squad side early. That caused a lot of confusion rotations. It was just really well played by Silent Purge. Good rotations on their defense as well.
Yeah, and in 1.5, we definitely also would like grenades and RPGs to be highlighted like a grenade trail, because it's impossible to follow those. You'll see the explosion, but you gotta know where it came from.
Yeah, that is, let's at James. Everybody at James. Just so we can... We want more. We can't have less.
We did a lot of improvements on the game now. Now we need to work on the caster side of it.
Yeah, that's our battle to fight. we won't bring anybody else into that battle. Don't add James. They're busy. They're busy working on the game we all love. It is worth noting we are playing on the 1.4 build, so we are not playing on the new 1.5, which is why we are actually seeing accurate score tracking, which is a nice bonus for us casters. But we are going to be jumping now into round 6. No more discussion of what we want. Now it's just what we want to see. Some delicious action. I think Silent Purge is opting for some sort of an aggressive push here. We're seeing a lot of these smokes coming out. They're hitting that barrier wall as they come through. Vikinos is already pushed up in the center. Comes out, grabs down Patron. It's just a down. He does confirm in the end. Just like that, Silent Purge is down 1. Nobody was there to back him up. He made that rush. And Vikinos just came through the no smoke side. A grenade coming out there from Jay. Doesn't land on anybody.
They called out frag everything and then move, so let's see if these grenades...
Gunner is able to grab another great nade on Caltrop. Vikinos grabs Gunner in that middle as I look away, of course. He grabs another Architect. Vikinos is on fire. He is on fire, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, and I am getting
lag.
Yeah, I think we are getting some lobby lag. All the players should be experiencing the same thing.
Are we gonna do a versus only match?
We did see this yesterday happening occasionally when playing in our Blaze match. A grenade coming out there. RPT hears it, rotates out of the damage range, and yeah, these players are definitely going to be feeling this lag in
I
the
heard
lobby.
them call out to just deal with it, hang out, because everyone else is dealing with it too, which is a good call.
Exactly. I'll try to keep the camera a little more static, because I know we're having some performance issues as it is. I don't want to cause any sickness. Caltrop checking. Jay is able to come out of that corner unseen so far. Shots coming out into his AO, but not landing.
Yeah, Caltrop peeked again, but just a little too late.
If I was Jay, I would be pre-firing those boxes. That is a common position, I think. That is something that most teams will utilize very often. If Caltrop makes a lot of noise, he's going to get pre-fired. We'll see what Jay does here.
It's good to note that those are not bulletproof.
Yeah, definitely. Caltrop now rotating around, looking for Jay. I think he hears the footsteps. The shots do come out. He does grab Jay, and the final kill comes out. Lemon Squad goes up 4-2 on map 1 Cargo. Wow. What do you think of that series?
It definitely went the way I had hoped it had gone. But yeah, that lobby lag was a little at the end there.
Yeah, I wonder if that had any effect on the way they played. I mean, the defense obviously has more of the advantage there, as the offense has to sort of move and check corners at a slower pace. But yeah, bit unfortunate there, but something we'll just have to deal with as we roll through to the next map. We'll just hop over real quick to the war room while we wait for them to give us that information.
Sounds like we're doing a rehost.
Indeed we are. So we'll jump into that new lobby very soon. I want to take this time to thank everybody again for tuning in. There's a lot to do on this fine Sunday, and we're glad you've chosen to spend it with us on this cast. Happy to bring you the action here. And we do have map 2 information. Map 2 will be, I think, unsurprisingly Bazaar. Well, what are your feelings on Bazaar? I think there's a split on the casting team about how they feel about Bazaar.
Well, so it's a little weird on our team too. Most of us like Bazaar, but as the captain, I do not like Bazaar as a team. So it's a little bit of a weird. I don't think we've practiced on it enough, and I've never seen either of these teams do this. I haven't watched enough game tape to know. So really, this is up in the air for me.
Yeah, definitely. I think there's a little bit of coloring of map, preference when you're a player. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of Bazaar myself, but my team does like it, and it is a great map to cast on. So as a caster, I do enjoy it, but it's interesting. I'm taking a look at their stats here, and Silent Purge, Lemon Squad both have almost identical win-loss ratios on Bazaar. Both teams have played it. Silent Purge has played it significantly more, 17 plays to Lemon Squad's 11. But their win percentage is the same, 64 and 65%. So it should be a pretty even matchup. I would expect this to go sort of blow for blow. I don't think we're going to be seeing a blowout, but what do you think? Do you think the stats are indicative, or
Not this early in the season, I don't think. Because I think it says that we have like 100% win percentage, and I mean stats are something I don't like as a programmer. But you can make them say whatever you want. So
yeah, that is true. They, sometimes the numbers can lie. Those map wins are obviously against all teams, so any variety of team. But we will see if the numbers ring true for either one of the teams. Obviously, they don't favor one or the other, and we'll see who is favored today as we jump into this first round of Map 2, Lemon Squad Silent Purge.
I think a lot of it also depends on which, the RNG, which objectives you get, because there are some that are just way more hard to defend than others. Not particularly on this map, but on some other maps.
Yeah, definitely. This objective is going to be an interesting one. The offense does not get the quick spawn. They get that southwest spawn, so they're going to be opting to rotate through the center bazaar. Let's actually take a look here at their approach. So Down Patron and Architect are going to be opting for this northwest push. Architect now peeking that window in that northwest courtyard. Down Patron also in position looking across, but Lemon Squad is set up in pretty much what I would expect to be the defensive positions. They've got somebody covering the north, one covering a south entrance, another that is watching sort of that crossfire, and then two at the straight entrance. I'm interested to see how Silent Purge attack this.
Well, so Jay is on a solid flank all the way around. He's now in the southeast corner. I don't think he's been spotted yet. While the rest of the team is popping smokes in the bazaar. Or on north. Where's that smoke at? North Street. So a lot of diversion, a lot of sound cover, but no real hard push yet. RPT's got that second floor. Well, he did have the second floor looking at the bazaar, which is a good sight line, just to see if you can catch anyone out. But I don't think the defense is out anywhere that they're going to be seen as well.
Yeah, Architect just taking a couple of pre-fire shots there. They're not going to find anybody in that position, and he's going to rotate out after giving that away. And it looks like Silent Purge is opting for that full rotating flank.
That's going to be a hard one to do because we have Polis Bill in the blue room who has a pretty good angle, and Guika behind that little wall in the, I don't know what that area is called actually. Bulk spawn for this map.
Yeah, those, I think that has to have a unique call out. I think Don Patron has to be careful here. I wonder if he knows that that's his teammate. I think he's checking his tablet. He was looking over towards Gunner's position there with the, you know, a little blood on his eyes. I don't know if he's, I don't know if he knows that his teammate is there, but hopefully no team kills come out. And we're 2.5 minutes into the action, and so far only a few shots have been fired, and none at any enemy team members. So I think we're seeing that sort of EU style of play that is pretty common in the league, a little bit more methodical and slow as they approach this objective. Now we take a look at Gunner and Polis here, basically just on the other side of the wall from each other if either one makes too much noise. In fact, Polis Bill as likely, yeah, I think he did just reach for his radio and make a couple of clicks. I think he is informing his team.
I think there were some unfortunate mic pops on Gunner's side.
And he's going to have to be careful here. Guika is checking this from his northeast outskirts. He's in that window. He should be seeing Gunner. The shots ring out, but they don't land. And that call out does come out. He should be aware of that positioning now. We'll see where the offense is on the overhead map, so we try not to miss any action. The offense now moving up. Yeah, they're definitely coming in through the southeast side more. They've opted out of that northwest, which honestly I think is a mistake. There's really only one player in the north, and it would have given them access to that alley. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, sorry. Yeah, I agree. The one guy in the north, I mean, they could have come all the way up into the bazaar without any contact. Don Patron and Architect are getting really aggressive, just walking across the street.
Wika does manage to finish off Jay as he comes through the, what I call the build yard there. Silent Purge is
what it's called?
That's what I've called it. It's full of a bunch of construction stuff. Different teams have different callouts, but, you know, I'm the caster today, so you're gonna you're gonna listen to what I call it. More shots ringing out from Guika there. I don't think he actually spots anybody, just making sure he's got that kill. Now Patron and Architect linking up here as they make this push to this courtyard. There's not a lot stopping them from making this ingress. Archer's blind right now with that smoke. I don't believe he has an easy sight line. And as long as they hug this wall carefully. Grenade coming out from Architect there. He's got to move up. The smoke is going to be... He's going to be out. Archer, though, rotates out. Now Caltrop's the only one defending this northeast. He does come back.
Yeah, two right on his trail.
We should be seeing Archer sees Architect, does manage to grab him, and Don Patron is now looking for that refrag, and he does get it. Headshot comes out. He takes down Don Patron, and a trade comes out. Caltrop is down. Mykonos grabs Gunner on that rotation, and now there's just one member of Silent Purge left. That offense crumbled very quickly there.
It was a good rotation by Bacon-Noise coming in from the north road after he knew that no one was there because he sat there for 3 minutes.
Yeah, definitely.
RPT just standing in the middle of the street.
Oh, but it pays off. He grabs Guika with the headshot. He's rotating in. The callouts come out. He grabs one, but the second one manages to pick him up. Polis Bill locking Silent Purge out of that, but a great attempt there by RPT. 2 quick headshots for a potential round winner. All right, so far, not a bad series. Had a little bit of downtime there as the team sort of got their positions in place, but unfortunately, that northeast push was shut down very well by the defense. They weren't able to get anything going just yet. We'll see how they fare on defense, though. I feel like this map definitely favors the defense quite a bit, so we should be seeing a back and forth here. I'm really hoping for a 3-3, you know, coming down to the wire type of match here.
You want a knockdown, drag-out fight. That's what you want.
Absolutely. I think we all love seeing those hard-fought wins for both sides, but I'm not going to pull a Buxton. I'm not. There's no predictions coming out. I think it could go either way, so we'll leave it up to the teams to decide how the series is going to end. So far, we've seen some pretty great equipment utilization on Cargo. We saw a lot of smokes, a lot of frags being utilized there. I wonder how much more of that we'll be seeing on a map like Bazaar. We saw just a little bit of smoke utilization, but not a whole lot of anything else. I think this objective, it lends itself to quite a bit of equipment usage, especially if you can get into this sort of eastern side and then try to push through. Using grenades and smokes to try to cover your approach is a big boon there. So hoping we see a lot more of that as we jump into round 2 of map 2.
I'm just surprised we didn't see any C4 usage on that last one.
Yeah, that's true. No C4 coming out from the defensive side, but maybe Silent Purge will surprise us. They are opting for a more northern-focused defense. The spawns are mirrored. Offense is coming from that same southwest spawn, and they're opting now to come through directly in the Bazaar. We'll see how their approach differs from Lemon Squad.
This is more of an approach that I would expect.
Yeah, some
Where
poking
those shots were at.
poking shots coming out from Polis. I think he's chasing ghosts. Not going to find anybody there. I'm sure those shots are not landing. I won't even cut over just yet. I believe all the defensive members are tucked in, with the exception of Don Patron. Archer
taking shots as well. I don't know what he's shooting at either.
Yeah, a lot of shots ringing out interesting positions, but Caltrop is upstairs with all that noise. He's able to get up there without anybody hearing or seeing him. I think maybe it's just suppressive fire. That's what I'm going to go with. Lots of good suppressive fire. And Caltrop is making a ton of noise. RPT should be aware of him. He's up the stairs now. He's just around this corner. Is Caltrop going to be aware of him? RPT rushes the corner, grabs him, staying quiet. Great play by him. Now, where's the rest of this offense gone? So one is all the way in the southwest, and another one is in that build yard in the southeast. One, I believe, is on the scaffolding, checking the crack. He's not going to see anybody there. So it's a very split-up offense. So they can't really capitalize on each other's, victories and mistakes. I'm interested to see how they sort of form up. Especially being a man down at this stage. You want to make sure that your teammates can capitalize on every opportunity.
I'm not sure that they're gonna regroup.
Well, I think that would be at their mistake. Baikinos grabbing a very nice angle there on Gunner. Downing him. Architect now aware of his position, however. If Baikinos isn't careful, I mean, everybody needs to be checking this corner. This is a very common position to be in. Architect throwing a frag out there. He's going to rotate out. That frag is going to catch Guika, though. Oh, so close. He just manages to duck the wall and escape the grenade. What a play there. I wonder if he heard it and specifically ran away from it, or if that was just a lucky run. But either way, he's able to dodge death one time, but Baikinos not able to defend against Architect. And RPT picking up Archer there as he approached from the center. And now it's just up to the last 2 members of Lemon Squad in this northeast.
Jay's looking for some kills. He hears all these shots coming out, and now he sees
Polis
didn't get it. Ooh.
He grabs that headshot. Jay not able to make anything happen there, and now suppressing fire coming out from Polis on the objective. I mean, at this point, the north is wide open. They could just walk in from the north and likely cap. Grenade coming out from Architect, not going to go quite far enough.
Yeah, they definitely could go all the way around to the north and come down that alley and cap with no one noticed.
And Gweek is going to be looking here through this little crack. He's taking some shots out. Don't land. He opts to make the call out instead, which is a good call. Dom Patron now rotating to cover that north approach. Grenade comes out very close to downing RPT there.
Second grenade.
Very well placed. Just not quite in the position he needed. If it was a little bit shorter, Dom Patron would have been in danger.
Wika's rotating back to the south, and he's looking right at Architect. Let's see who gets it first. Shots come out. Neither of them go down. Wika's coming back for him. All right,
He
there
does
we go.
grab him on that side. Now it's a 2v2. They're pinching through. Wika's coming in if he can catch Dom Patron here.
They time this right, coming from the north and the south. They might be able to capture.
But Dom Patron and Guika shouldn't be able to see each other while that smoke is still developed, so he's got pretty much free reign. RPT the only one checking that angle. Shots ring out. Guika does go down, not able to grab him, and now it's a 1v2.
Well, let's go to cap right now.
Yeah, they are not paying attention. They're not checking this.
Oh,
Shots
but he
come
shot,
out.
shot.
Oh, he grabs one. Shots missed. He missed out
No.
of. He ran out of bullets.
No, what?
He ran out of bullets, had to pull out his pistol, and the shots do not land. And Guika, or sorry, not Guika, my apologies. And Polisbill there. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. I cannot believe what I just saw. I'm actually going to kick us over to replay real quick. Let's take a look at that one more time. So RPT grabs Guika on that approach. And then Polisbill comes through, accidentally shoots his gun as far as we can see. I don't know if it was a bait. Pulls out RPT. Dom Patron goes for the shots, pulls out the pistol, misses, and Polisbill grabs that second kill for the win. What a play by him. Unbelievable.
Do you really think that was a bait when you're the last man standing and you're that close to the objective? That's a tough call.
It's what I want to believe. Let's leave it at that. It's what I want. Hope against hope that he planned to draw them out, but definitely was not aware of Dom Patron there without his ammo. Unbelievable. Unbelievable play by Polisbill. Clip of the week? God, I hope that's clip of the week.
It's a possibility. Someone clip that.
Definitely. I've got my version of it, so I'm happy. Oh, what a series so far. Silent Purge just not able to get anything going yet. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what they're missing here. I feel like that approach or their defense there was relatively strong. They were covering the right angles. It just didn't come together the way that I think they were hoping. But we'll see if they're able to bring it back here on this offensive round as we jump into round 3.
Just an update from our other stream. Beginners versus boss fight is currently 3-3 on Suburbia, map 1.
That is the tight series that I think we expect from two teams like that, but we're into a game ourselves here as we see Silent Purge making this approach on the east side. Making a heavy push. They're going to run into Guika early. A smoke, unfortunately, landing in that palm tree. Not going to grant them too much cover. But Architect and Guika are just on the other side of the wall from each other. Guika has got his gun up. Why is he checking his tablet? Guika grabs Architect on that quick approach. And just like that, Silent Purge is down 1. Not sure why he went for the tablet there.
I don't think he expected anyone to be over there that fast. I didn't expect anyone to be there that fast.
I think you hear the footsteps. I think that's why he checked his tablet. He was hoping for the footsteps there. I do just want to update the Twitch chat really quickly. So some of the performance issues we're seeing is an unfortunate side effect of this 1.4 revert. Actually, not on my stream side. It's on the client side. So I do apologize for the staggering that you're seeing there. But hopefully it will clean up a little bit. I think when equipment utilization is at its peak, we hit a bit of lag. So Apologies for that. Hopefully we'll iron that out by next week's casts. The Dom Patron here pushing up. Jay and RPT both trying to see if they can spot out the defender that that caught them, but he is long gone. I don't even see him on my map. Where did he go? Oh, I think he dropped. Yeah, it looks like there was a drop, and yeah, it was Guika that got that kill, and he is no longer in the lobby, so this is a 4v4.
Oh man, that's a bad person to drop. That was your point man.
Yeah, he was definitely making the most impact on this offensive push, and now they can just grab basically the entire southeast side, with the exception of Caltrop's position, all by themselves. Shots coming out from Bikenos. He's calling a down that is not correct. Oh, and my camera is tracked. I'm gonna yeah, that call out is not correct. Gunner is still alive and returning the favor. Now Dom Patron here is going to run into Caltrop if he's not careful. Caltrop in a position I think we've started seeing pretty recently for the defense. I don't think we used to see this a lot in Season 7, but I've definitely seen it quite a few times in just the last few weeks. Caltrop grabs Dom Patron as he comes through, not aware of that positioning. All out comes out. Caltrop is now rotating. I wonder if RPT or Jay are going to be aware where those shots came from. It's a very slow approach from both teams. We still just have that one member of Marsoc, So Gunner up in the Bazaar, and just the last two remaining members of Silent Purge on the east as they make this slow approach. They have to get rid of Caltrop. Caltrop is their biggest issue right now.
Oh, there are only 4 members of Lemon Squad up right now?
Correct. There was a drop.
Oh, yes.
Guika is no longer in the lobby.
He's back now, but...
Yeah. Unfortunately not in. Smoke coming out from Gunner as he makes the approach. Defensive smoke coming out from Archer there. Frag lands in the window. That's a hole-in-one. He made it. Doesn't quite go where he wants it to, though. And now the approach is coming on this south side as well. Seeing a rotation out of Gunner on the other side, and Caltrop here is just running around wildly, checking every possible angle. He's got to be careful. If he lets Jay through here, that's very dangerous. And Bikenos is grabbed by Gunner. Yeah, where was he? He was on the, yeah, he was on the outside corner here at the Humvee. What an angle on him.
RPT is moving up towards Caltrop.
Caltrop does grab Jay. And now he does know where this last member is. He's got to hear.
I think he just tried to throw a C4 and failed.
He did. The C4 is stuck. Gunner is picked up on that side, and RPT is the only one remaining for Silent Purge. It's a 1v3.
"50 seconds left. RPT has to come in hard. At this point, you just want to go for kills. You can't even cap. I don't think I've seen him check his watch, so he just heard the beep. If the beep worked.
He's got to get a move on. There is not a lot of time left, and too many members of the defense for him to do anything about. "17 seconds. Gonna come around this corner. Who's gonna get him first?" He's running up. He's got 4 seconds left. I don't think he's going to make anything happen this round, and Lemon Squad is going to go up 3-0.
Caltrop singing.
Caltrop serenading us with his lovely voice there. Thank you. And let's just take a quick look. I don't think we took a look at the kill counts, but RPT doing some great work for Silent Purge. The rest of the team struggling a little bit to get going on this second map. And on the Lemon Squad side, Polispill and Caltrop definitely pulling some work there. I know Guika got a few kills as well, but he did have to get reseated in the lobby. So we are now in a 3-0. 3-0 my. I don't know. I didn't expect the series to go like this. I expected Bazaar to be a little bit closer. Both teams performed well on it statistically. I had no reason to believe that they would struggle, but maybe Silent Purge mounts a comeback here.
Silent Purge's offense looked like it was a little wide on all so far, and they didn't seem as coordinated as Lemon Squad has been.
Yeah, I can agree with that. They've definitely shown a little bit of fragmentation in their offense. They seem to be kind of all over the place. Smoke's coming out at different times. I wonder if that's something they need to work on. But part of it is also, you know, understanding the enemy team. So I wonder if they studied tapes as well and got ready for this matchup. We should be jumping in shortly. I think we're just waiting on one member to ready up, and there it is. And now we jump into round 4. Match point for Lemon Squad, series point for Lemon Squad as well.
Guika, he killed me and then he dropped out.
Right, who's going over there watching that angle over there, guys? In the south. Just
So there is still some discussion on the Silent Purge side about who's covering what angle, which you don't really want to see from a team. Generally speaking, most teams are kind of aware of what they're doing before they spawn into the lobby, so I think some of that is just showing how they may not be fully coordinated just yet. Baikonauts going to be taking some shots out towards Gunner's position. Gunner's going to have to tuck in there and not give up any real estate. Polisville, however, grabbing Arc Attack on that far west side, and now that west side is wide open for an approach.
I think this is going to be a hard push by Lemons.
Yeah, they want to close this out. They smell blood. There is blood in the water, ladies and gentlemen.
They just called out for a rush. Let's see how it goes.
I'm going to keep my eyes over by the objective. Gunner taking some shots out towards Polisville in the smoke, but Polisville able to respond and grab him out. Now it's just 3 members of Silent Purge. The rush is coming across the street. Don Patron grabs one, and then is down by, I think, his own nade?
His own grenade, it looks like.
Or maybe C4.
Yeah, down by his own grenade.
Unbelievable. RPT does manage to grab Polisville as he comes through that west corridor, and RPT is now out. He's grabbed by Guika. Baikonauts picks up RPT. There's just one member left, Jay. Jay rushing into the smoke. There's some lag there. Jay able to grab Guika, and now it's a 1v1. It's all up to Jay. He's got to defend.
What happened to the rest of the Lemons?
They ran into some issues. Jay not able to see him, though, and Lemon Squad is going to grab that. Round 4-0. Almost a save by Jay. Such a close play there. And there you have it, folks. The series is decided, but we are still going to play that third map. Whatever that may be.
What do you think that third map is going to be?
I'm going to say quarantine. Quarantine.
I love quarantine.
I have to say it quickly because the map is about to load. Let's take a look quickly at the war room while this lobby loads in. And it is, in fact, Quarantine 1 for the final map. I'm excited. How do you feel about Quarantine? I know you said you like it. What do you like about it? What's your favorite aspect?
This is our team's favorite. So, sorry. I like that. Well, I don't like Downfall, so I like Quarantine because it gives you a mix of better cover but still longer range engagements.
Yeah, definitely. It's got a surprising amount of CQC for a map of its size. But we should be seeing an interesting match here, so I wonder if Lemon Squad's going to sort of loosen up a little bit after taking the win and maybe give Silent Purge the opportunity to grab that third map out from under them, or if they're going to try to sort of keep this momentum that coming off a 4-0 like that, feels really good. And I think they want to ride that momentum into this map and try to handily close it out. But this series, I don't know. I expected it to be a little bit closer based on the statistics for the maps that they chose. But Lemon Squad definitely coming out and having a very strong showing here on this fine Super Bowl Sunday. I want to take this time, thank everybody for hanging out with us in chat, dealing with our unfortunate tech issues. Like I said, I do believe the 1.4 build is having some weird performance problems, at least for me, but who knows? Maybe it's me, maybe it's Maybelline. We'll never know.
Well, one thing we can't agree on is, regardless of who we're rooting for right now, everyone's gonna be Rams.
I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of angry DMs if I make any sort of decisions in either side, especially publicly like this. So go sports team as we jump.
I'm looking at the team's stats right now, and it doesn't look like either of these teams have played this map.
Interesting. A first time Q? I don't know. Could it be a first time Q1? There's an aggressive push up here from Gunner. He's in an interesting position. Look at this spot where Gunner's in. Not exactly sure what he's doing there.
In the pipe?
Oh, that frag. Oh, that frag was so close. He is in the pipe.
That is such a dirty position. I love it.
I am very interested to see how that pans out for him. He does have a C4 out in this ditch, so Baikinos is going to have to be aware. He should be able to spot it. It's pretty out in the open. Nades coming out there.
Sarlacc pit, though. That's a tough one.
I do believe that's patched. I think it's easier to get out now than it used to be. Yep, shots coming out onto that C4. Should have disabled it. Gunner, I think, just checked the clicker and not able to get it. And a frag comes out. A great toss. Baikinos not able to get away, and he does get that frag grab. What a frag that was. Unbelievable.
How do you throw a grenade that direction from inside that pipe?
That was like a hook shot. He did a hook shot.
Back behind his head, just over his...
Yeah, that was a...
granny shot.
Man, if he doesn't work out in Onward, he definitely can join the NBA, and Archer going to grab him coming out to go for that confirm, I imagine. The revive comes out.
Well, so that spot didn't pay off.
Yeah, unfortunately not. Caltrop and Guika here, very recessed on this center glass position. I have to excuse me, just had to make a quick change there. No replay buffer for us after the performance issues I've been having, so... Spill is laying down tons of suppressing fire from this roof. I think they're sort of cloaking that approach from the east. I think that's what they're doing, is keeping the attention on this north side.
Architect is way back here on the west side. Just waiting for someone to cross the street. I don't know if that's going to be a helpful position at this point.
Yeah, it's kind of dangerous, but he is... I think Baikinos and Archer are not going to be aware. I think he's going to catch at least one if they don't push out at the same time. He should be seeing Baikinos here actually pretty soon as he's tucked in. He's tucked in a very sneaky little side of this corner. He's got a lot of cover here. Yeah, let's see. He should... If he peeks the corner right now... Oh, Baikinos just makes it out. He didn't check in time, but Don Patron able to clean that up. Luckily for him, an Architect saved by the teammate. Archer grabs RPT, however, and now Architect needs to be aware. He needs to be checking this. If he lets Archer through, he is in a very bad position as Caltrop grabs Don Patron, and he's already in center burning. They've grabbed center burning. That entire push totally misses. Just two members of Silent Purge defense.
Time again. Picked up his tablet and he's running out. Oh, he should see him. He's walking right behind him.
Shots ring out. He misses it. There are two people on objective pad out. One gets down, but Caltrop is mid-cap. The cap does come out, and Lemon Squad is up 2-0 with that great offensive push.
Yeah, those far spots, I mean, they're great, but when your team goes down on objective, you can't make it back.
pretty early. I'm surprised that when they started losing members of the defense, they didn't immediately start rotating. You generally, once you start losing people closer to the objective and you're far away, you're not going to be as beneficial to your team. And I think we got a great example of why that's the case right there as Lemon Squad goes up with 2 points, getting that cap very quickly. Great cap by Caltrop there. And Lemon Squad's running away with the series. Interesting game so far. A little bit more lopsided than I had originally anticipated, but still an exciting series nonetheless. Some great plays from both sides.
Do you think we're gonna see some Caltrop sniper happening now since they're already ahead?
I would not be surprised if after that cap he is jazzed up and ready to go with some fun, fancy tactics.
So last season, okay, I'm looking at last season. Silent Purge had a 80% win, 8 out of 10 on quarantine, and Lemon Squad had a 63%, 5 out of 8.
Okay, so yeah, still pretty even. I mean, if you believe numbers. Numbers always lie. Archer gonna be looking
They
for
do,
this
but
quick.
man, the new stats are great.
They are.
Thanks, Dakin.
Everybody at Dakin. Thank you for that. Archer's pushing up here looking for this spawn. He didn't see anybody off the top of the hill. Shots ring out. He does grab Gunner, though, on that corner. He's not able to peek back around in time.
I'm falling back. I think I got one.
Yeah, the call out is correct. He does grab one, and the approach is coming from that north side. Architect throwing some smokes out. And let's take a look at the center burning approach here. If anybody's going to be catching anyone out from these windows, I don't believe that will be the case. Wow. This conversation.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
Some interesting team discussion there, but Baikinos able to grab Jay during actual gameplay there. And a grenade comes out, grabs Architect. What a great nade by Polis Bill there to grab Architect as he made that approach. Somebody clip that, since my replay buffer is dead.
Archer's in center burning, just juggling grenades, and Caltrop is singing to him.
I would not doubt that, but I'm going to keep following the action.
Ridiculous. What do
mean,
we have?
When you're up on this series, you got to have fun. We were talking about it early on. If you're not having fun, you're probably not going to win a lot of games. Don Patron grabbing Polis Bill there as he pushes out of that rooftop courtyard. And now we are down to 4 members of Lemon Squad and 2 on Silent Purge with a revive possible. I think RPT is looking for that center burning, potentially? I don't know if he... Maybe it's under the APC shooting. That's a tight angle. I don't even know if you could see him from there. I think that's just caster vision.
Bacon-Oyst has left his northwest wireframe and is now pushing up behind the roof towards the semi.
How did he went down?
Yeah.
He moves a little faster. He might be able to stop the revive that's coming out.
I don't think he's aware that there's a down here. I think he's just trying to cover this north side. And the shot's rigging out from the south. A grenade coming out towards Don Patron, almost landing in another nade response coming out. Does not grab Archer, but what a great throw.
There's the revive. Bacon's not looking that direction. He's still walking towards him. Now he knows that RPT is there.
Shots are ringing out. He's going to be hearing those
Here.
call-outs. He's just waiting.
Yep.
As soon as RPT rotates, he's going to get caught out. As long as he stays silent enough. Baikinos now peeking up and over. Grabs RPT. Going to alert Architect to the positioning there, though. Good rotation coming out there. The ambulance. Is that at the ambulance? Gweeka at the ambulance is now Gonna be looking for Dom Patron here. He might catch the angle on him. He does, in fact, do that, and it goes down to one member of Silent Purge. Architect in this North Courtyard has to deal with 4 members of the defense. It's not looking good.
It's a tough position because he knows Bacon Noise is there, so he can't run away from the roof.
Yeah, he should be hearing those call-outs from the roof. Shots ring out. He does grab Quick on that rotation. Now it's a 1v3. I don't know.
Frag comes out. Misses.
Doesn't grab him. Wow, that was a very close. Let's see where that landed. I guess a little bit further. Took a bit of a roll. He's going to have to be careful when he comes around this corner. Bikenos is he's trained on it. He is watching. Architect opting out of that approach.
There's nothing else he can do. He has to take this guy out.
Yeah, there is no scenario in which he's able to approach the objective with somebody on a rooftop, and Bikenos catches him on the corner. Lemon Squad does go up 3-0. Silent Purge just not able to get anything going. I mean, really, individually, they're playing well. I just think that their approaches to the objectives seem scattered, and they're not communicating. I don't know if it's team positions they're not communicating, or they're not coordinating when they should be approaching, a particular area of the map. I'm not seeing that sort of cohesion I would expect. And I mean, it's also the possibility the Lemon Squad just is feeling real good today. They have had some great plays, great coverage. They are really not letting anything slip.
Well, this is only Silent Purge's second game of this season, so I mean, they could still be a little rusty.
That's true. That's true. It is early season. I think we have a whole lot of time ahead of us to shake up the standings. And this will definitely be a good opportunity for them to learn from as well.
Yeah, this is the Lemon's third game, and let's see. Yep, third game.
All right, I am getting confirmation that it looks like it was replay buffer that was chewing up a lot of my cycles. I am still seeing some issues on my end, but I will note that and try to resolve that by the next cast. But thank you guys for sticking with me, with us as we bring you this action. And bring you the action we shall as we dive into round 3 of this third map. And we'll see what the defense opts to do here. I think they're going to need to stay really tight on this objective. They cannot suffer another cap. A 5-0 would be just probably the worst way to end this. So they need to stay tight, but the offense is going to have a very quick spawn on them. They're going to be coming out very early. I think trying to get an early pick out. Let's see how the defense is shaping up. So yeah, they're relatively close. The village being the furthest position, and Lemon Squad now going to be trying to get their picks. You can see them sort of slowing up there on the overhead map as they try to find potential positions, and Bikenos is going to be looking for Dom Patron here as he approaches from this west side. He's going to need to be careful. Caltrop grabs him as he rotates out. And not careful enough. He's going to deny that shot. RPT now taking some shots out towards the roof, I believe. Yeah, not landing, but he's keeping him suppressed in a big way.
We can throwing smokes and crossing the south road all the way at the east end of the map. I don't think anyone's looking at him, but
yeah, they do see the smokes. RPT is aware of them. I haven't heard a call out come out yet. He's going to cross through that. Bikenos, however, is already in the village on the backside. Grabs Jay in the gas station. More shots confirming, ringing out. And now RPT is going to need to be really careful. If he peeks these stairs, The shots come out. He does get tagged, but unfortunately not a kill, and Baikonok's able to respond and grab him. A trade comes out, and there's just one member of Silent Purge left. This is it. This is the noose tightening. It's all over. What a bounce on that frag. Unfortunately, no one there to accept it, and Caltrop, oh, he has got his hands up in the air, and that is that, ladies and gentlemen. Lemon Squad 4-0 on that final quarantine map, quickly ending that. I don't even think that was 10 minutes. It was 15 minutes maybe, something like that, quarantine round. But that is the series decider. The final score 12-2. Lemon Squad taking that handedly after a relatively tight cargo match, I would say. But yeah, absolutely an interesting series. Hopefully you guys enjoyed hanging out with us. Again, I do apologize for the tech issues, but we are working through them as best we can. And what do you think, Trip? How do you feel about that series?
I think this is why you don't trust statistics, boys. But that is definitely not how I thought it would go. I thought it would be much closer, much.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that that's the kind of game we're used to seeing, and when we don't see it, we're more than surprised. But either way, we're glad you chose to come in here, hang out with us, hang out in the chat. I appreciate everybody sticking with me and bringing you this series. If you guys want to get involved in the Onward Master League, go ahead and check out the website in the description below, as well as joining the Onward Discord. A lot of awesome folks there. 1.5 patch is out, and it is free weekend for Onward. So get your friends, get your family, get them in a headset, start playing, do something fun while you're waiting for the commercials to end during the Super Bowl today. And yeah, I think that with that, we're going to be signing off here for the day. This is the last cast of the week, if I'm not mistaken.
Pop on over to Beginners versus Boss Fight on Onward Master League 1. They are on map 2 right now, so there's a little bit of play to go still.
Correct, and we will be hosting that channel, I believe, so you'll be kicked over whether or not you want to be. But yeah, I think that's going to be us signing off from the casting desk. We appreciate you guys again, and we will catch you guys next week.